Thank you, guys, and welcome into the first game of the Regional Gridiron Challenge. We've got Coosa Christian and Ragland going to be taking the field momentarily. I see the captains have already been out on the field, coin toss, all that stuff going on out there, so we're getting ready for a kickoff. It's getting close.
Absolutely. It's really, really exciting. You set the table with John and Mickey with the plethora of games to come over the next 12 hours or so. 8 games, starting with a good matchup right here in Class 1A between Ragland and Coosa Christian.
Absolutely. Now, Coosa Christian will be coming into the game after just losing their coach a few weeks ago, but they've hired a new coach already in just the past couple of days. That is Jason Tuart from, you recognize that name from Asheville High School. He's going to join us in the booth later on. We're going to talk to him because he's only been here for a couple of days, so the field coaching is going to take place with Justin Norton, an assistant coach who's been with the Conquerors for a while. So he'll be coaching on the field. Coosa Christian last year, last season, 1-7 in the region, 3-7 under former coach Scott Clifton. Coach Clifton resigned, as I said, a few weeks ago, going back, as our understanding, to a job at Cedar Bluff.
Absolutely, and so it's a transition period right now for the Coosa Christian Conquerors, and you know they want to get off to a good start. They will have their new head coach in the building, so he'll be able to see them from a little different standpoint than he'll have for the rest of the summer. He'll be able to come in here, and he'll sit in here with us for a little while and talk some Coosa Christian football and what his plans are for these Conquerors as the year goes along. That's
right. Jonathan Nix is the head coach of the Ragland team, 1A Region 5, and it's going to be good for them. They had a great season last year, 10-2, 6-1 in the region, and went all the way to the third round of the playoffs after losing to Pickens County. And
Pickens County ended up winning the Class 1A state championship. So a very, very tough Ragland football team, and it should be a great game for both these schools as they get this whole thing started off. 16 teams will be on the field today at Burgess Snow Field on the campus of Jacksonville State University at JSU Stadium. These two will get it started right here, bright and early at 9:30 a.m. And also, as Mickey and John said earlier, if you turn your TV on, if you can't make it out here to the morning games or you want to make it out here to the afternoon games and keep up with the action, remember, you can catch all the games streaming live online. Pull out your tablet, get on your computer at tv24.tv.
And if you have a Roku as well, you can put your live stream channel into your Roku, and you can watch it on Roku, which is an internet television service that is very popular right now, and that looks great on the live stream on Roku. So, Gerhard, how hard is it to play football at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday? Overcast and cool Saturday morning.
I'll tell you what, it's one of the bigger challenges these guys will face, and it's one where I'm actually kind of excited to see the way these guys come out and play, because being up at 9:30 is nothing new for them because you're up at 9:30 in the morning for school reasons anyways. So to see the kind of energy that you bring out and the kind of passion and enthusiasm you bring out will be different. I don't know how each team handled practice, so to speak, with each other. Going through as they prepared for this game day. You would figure that they went the normal practice times at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon after school ended. And so this is a different time for all of them to have their pads on, to have their gear on, to be in that football mentality, that football mode. So all these early games, this first game, second game, and third game, all coming before the noon hour. So we'll see how they all react to it.
As you can see by looking down on the field, we're not going to have a kickoff as we discussed in the rules earlier, as Mickey and John discussed. The kicking game will not be live. You can you can do punts, you can do field goals, extra points, things like that, but we're not going to have the kicking game live as we have talked about over the last couple of days with the spring jam. Good chance of getting somebody injured in the special teams. So to help speed things along and to protect these players a little bit, no kicking game for the most part, and you can choose, and we don't know what these coaches have chosen, but you can choose a quick whistle on the quarterback so that the quarterback doesn't get hurt. Just as soon as somebody touches him, you can stop the play right there at that point. But Coosa Christian is going to start off on offense. Johnny Grizzard, starting quarterback. He'll be wearing number 13 there. And remember, too, today we are going to have 15-minute quarters. 15-minute quarters instead of the normal 12-minute. And each game is going to be 2 quarters long. Then we'll switch up to another game for 2 more quarters and play it that way. So here we go with the first play of the game. Coosa Christian, shotgun formation. Receivers spread wide to either side. Handoff goes to the running back. He's going to gain about a yard up to the 31-yard line. And all we have on number 11, the running back there, is Mingu. Is the name. I don't have a first name. The roster didn't have a first name, or maybe that is a first name. I don't know. We'll have to check with the Coosa Christian officials when they come up here later on. So second down and just more than 9 to go for the Conquerors. Hand off to Mingu again. Takes it around the left end, and he is going to get a few in. But that's going to be about all to bring up third down for the Conquerors.
Nice tackle there by Riley Day along the outside. One of the hardest things to do in football, we've talked about this over and over again, is make the open field tackle. Makes it along the outside of the numbers, and they know that they can't run to that side. You want to make sure you set a precedent, especially early on in a game. If you're a corner, they're going to try to put you on an island to get a guy to tackle you in space one-on-one. Good job there by Day.
Twins to either side for Grizzard. He's rolling to the near side, looking to throw, getting some pressure, gets the ball off, overthrows his intended receiver. A couple of guys in the zone there, but it looks like number 10, Jason Mills, might have been the closest guy he was going to.
Good job of pressuring there by Ragland. You could also probably call that a coverage sack because there's really nobody along the backside that was open. So the quarterback had to just keep running, throw it away. So good job by Ragland's front line and back line as well.
So that'll bring up fourth down, and there will be no live punt on this. These teams have apparently decided not to do the live punt, so we'll move the ball 30 yards to simulate a punt. And Ragland will get their first opportunity on offense at their own 39-yard line. We didn't get a list of starters for Ragland ahead of time, so we're going to have to look and see who's in what position here. Looks like the quarterback is going to be Stoney Merritt, number 5. A couple of guys in the backfield with him. A toss. That's Jaden Killings, number 10. And running back, he'll get out to the 46-yard line.
Nice speed there by Jaden Killings. And this Ragland athletic program is one that's really, really good, and they've been good at baseball. They've been really, really good at basketball here in the last few years. Take a look here at the Ragland starters. We were able to get that down in our production truck.
Burnham, Turner, Bunt, Korn, and another Turner there on the offensive line for the Purple Devils. Thomas, Day, and McClendon are the wide receivers. Running backs are Tristan Turner, Jaden Killings, and the quarterback Stoney Merritt. Those are the 4 throughout the game as the Purple Devils pick up a first down to Coosa Christian 45-yard line.
This Ragland team went 10-2 last season, went all the way to the third round of the playoffs, 6-1 in their region, and they're going back to Region 5 under head coach Jonathan Nix.
Hand off this time to Christian Morrow. Morrow's still loose, running side to side, and he is guard line to make a 4-yard gain out of that play to bring up second down.
Christian Morrow shows some athleticism, broke a couple tackles along the inside, and then bounced it outside, try to get what he can, and makes this a manageable 2nd and 5. And the good thing about 2nd and 5 is that every play in your playbook is now open. You can go deep if you want to because you have the luxury of third down, or you can keep it conservative. We'll see what they do here.
Second and about 6. Attempted a pass to the near sideline, and it is overthrown. The intended receiver, number 3, Braxton Thomas. And that'll bring up third down.
Tried a little swing pass to the outside there, and maybe the wet football got a hold of that ball because he overshot him just a little bit, and I'm sure the rain had a little bit to do with the fact that that ball sailed on him a little bit.
Ragland substituting frequently with their skill players. Hand off to number 30, that's Turner. Turner gets to the 36-yard line. He'll be just shy of the first down. Make it about 4th and 1. And it looks like the Purple Devil offense is going to stay on the field and go for it on 4th and 1.
There's no denying who their big bruiser is up the middle. That's big number 30, Tristan Turner, who just got the ball that last play. And with 4th and 1 here, I wouldn't be surprised if he got it again on this play.
From the shotgun, it goes to Killings. Killings up the middle. Finds a hole to run through, and he's going to gain up to the 31-yard line to pick up a big first down for the Purple Devils.
Good job of blocking there by Ragland. Coosa Christian, really, they had it stuffed up the middle. They had exactly what they wanted, but Keeling's able to get to the outside, find some room, and pick up the first down. There's a look at your ERA King. Coach of today's game for the Ragland Purple Devils, Jonathan Nix. Look at that record, 19-3 over the last 2 years. Made the quarterfinals last year. Does a fantastic job with his team.
Toss goes to Christian Morrow. Play gain to the 25-yard line. About a 6-yard gain on the play to bring up 2nd down and 4. You see a few umbrellas in the crowd. Little light rain falling. It sounds like falling on one of our field microphones as well. There you see the interim coach for Coosa Christian has had a little trouble on the snap for Ragland. And they'll lose back to that original line of scrimmage at the 31-yard line and make it 3rd and 10 again.
So far, this 9:30 playing time seems to be beneficial for Ragland so far. They've put together a nice drive here, slow and steady. They've put together some run plays. They wanted to go to the air that one time and misfire. We'll see if they go to the air a little bit here, especially being on 3rd down. As they send trips now, twins to both sides.
Stoney Merritt at quarterback, looks to throw, got a man downfield, and he is not going to be open, and the throw is going to be a little off target anyway. Braxton Thomas, the intended receiver. And that brings us back to 4th down, 4th and 10 for the Purple Devils at the 31-yard line.
Pretty good job of coverage there by Coosa Christian on the outside. You knew it was a passing down heading into the play, 3rd and 10. So far, he's had now 2 balls kind of sail on him a little bit. But that's exactly what comes with these spring games, these moments to really adjust to the weather conditions, because in the fall you will see rain at some point of the season. All the odds and statistics say so. So instead of maybe griping about it, you kind of play towards it and know that it's coming your way a little bit later.
Trips to the near side for Merritt. Looks to the air again, gets some pressure, rolls to the near side, gets it off just as he gets in the grip, and it's going to be an incomplete pass thrown out of bounds. Good pressure from the Conquerors defense.
Once again, it's Mingo, the name that we have on our roster here. We'll have to catch first name on that one, but he had great pressure coming up the middle and forcing that pass to go maybe a little bit quicker than he wanted to. He had some receivers going downfield, but good job of pressuring there by Coosa Christian. They get the turnover on downs.
First down for the Conquerors at the 31-yard line. Johnny Grizzard at quarterback, shotgun formation. Washington goes in motion. The handoff goes to Washington. He takes it around the far side, keeps those legs pumping, keeps moving, and finally gets forced out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that was a really impressive run, and there's a good shot at the rain that's coming down here at JSU Stadium. John talked about it earlier, how we will get a passing shower. Shouldn't be too bad for the rest of the day. Sky should clear up, but rain clouds giving a little wetness to the JSU and this beautiful campus that we have here.
Washington changes positions. Grizzard at quarterback. Snap, handoff. That's Mingo that gets the handoff. Nowhere to go. He's actually going to lose 2 yards back to the 35-yard line. Make it 3rd down. Offensive starters for Coosa Christian: Jackson Justice, Michael Green, Russ Mangum, Drake Berger, and Lipscomb. Wide receivers are going to be Mills, Swafford, and Grizzard. And in the backfield, Washington, Mingu, and Grizzard. Third down and now 6 to go for the Conquerors. Grizzard from the shotgun. He's going to take it himself. Finds a little running room around the left side. Picks up the first down at the 43-yard line.
Nice job. And that was a called run play that was run all the way. Take a look here at the replay. He didn't even look to pass this ball. Just takes it down and tucks it and runs it. Knows he's going to get the contact. Takes it on head on, and he picks up that first down. Good effort there. Good job by that young man.
Today's game is being brought to you by RMC, by Coosa Christian School, Alabama Power, and Superior Hyundai. Thanks to all of our sponsors over the last 3 days who make these big events like this possible. Grizzard this time again with a handoff. Hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. He may gain a yard on that, but Mingo took a pretty good shot from one of the linebackers coming up in there.
Yeah, it's a really good football play, and these are the kind of plays you like to see in the spring. There's a reason why you schedule a spring game, so you can mix it up with somebody else. And there's a good look at Justin Norton. You mentioned it at the top of the telecast. He will serve as the interim head coach. And there's been a lot of changeover at Coosa Christian over the last few years, and so they will definitely look towards a nice, steady voice here that you will meet in the next couple minutes.
Mingo gets the call again, but he is going to be stopped by Levi Campbell well behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a loss back to the 42-yard line. Defensive starters for Ragland. You've got on the line Campbell, Turner, Tuberville, Brewer, and Fuller. Linebackers are Turner, Lively, and Thomas. And the deep guys, Morrow, Day, and Killings. And again, a lot of names that you're going to see both sides of the ball here today with these 1A schools. And even with the larger schools as we go out through the day, you want your athletes on the field, so a lot of times you're going to have guys going both ways. Washington in motion. Grizzard moving to his left side, finds some running room around the right side, picks up the first down, and it will go out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Perfectly executed play. You'll take a look at this replay. All the motion goes to the right side, and then back along the left side comes Johnny Grizzard, and that's just perfectly executed. And for the Ragland coaches, they will tell their guys, stay at home. Make sure you stay at home. All the action came one way. Everybody got sucked in exactly what Grizzard needed to get to the outside. Perfect play call, perfect execution there by Coosa Christian, and they pick up the first down.
The Conquerors in Purple Devils territory near the 46-yard line. Single wide out to the near side, two to the far side. Washington in motion. They fake it to Washington to give it to Mingu. And he will be caught behind the line of scrimmage again and lose about a yard on the play.
Take a look here at the replay. Good surge by the defensive line of Ragland's. Play just took a little too long to develop, and you give the Ragland defense that long of time, and they will eat you up. So big credit there to big number 58 to stop it at first. Levi Campbell comes in and finishes it. Good show of sportsmanship there by Tristan Turner at the end of the play, helping the Coosa Christian Conqueror player up. But you have to be really impressive if you're Coosa Christian at the drive these guys have been putting together so far. It's rainy. It's not the ideal conditions of what you want, but so far both teams have handled it in specific ways really well.
And you're playing against a team that was 10-2 and 3 rounds deep into the playoffs last year. Second down, about 12, 11.5 to 12 to go. Grizzard hand off to Mingu, but he is going to lose. Was that Washington he gave to? Either way. Yeah, that's Washington in the backfield. And that ball is going to be recovered by Ragland.
It's just a good heads-up play there by the Ragland defense. We don't have number 58 on our roster. We have 57 and 59, so we want to give number 58 credit for getting that fumble recovery. And that's the one thing you have to worry about with the rain and with the wet ball is those fumbles, and it bit Coosa Christian. Looks like he was tackled there by.
Almost looked like he was tackled by his own guy.
He was almost trying to help him up, and then all the momentum came back and got him. But it wasn't after a great run there by Christian Morrow. It really sets up a second and about 1 or 2, so about an 8-9 yard run. Really kind of helped him out there. So Riley Day gets credit for the tackle and gets credit for the assist, I guess.
It'll be a first down for Ragland. At the Coosa Christian 41-yard line. Merritt at quarterback gives it off to Tristan Turner. Turner's going to power ahead for about a 1-yard gain on that play.
We saw this very same kind of play. Coosa Christian tried to run that play against Ragland's defense. It took a little too long to develop. Ragland's defense got on top of it. Same situation right there. Coosa Christian's D-line just gave a surge, and there's 2 handoffs up the middle. It just takes way too long to develop, and Coosa Christian's defense gets them after a very, very short game.
2nd and 9 for the Purple Devils. Merritt from the shotgun. The toss to Christian Morrow. Morrow cuts back across the field. Nice game. Picks up another first down. He'll go down at the 27-yard line.
One of the early guys impressing everybody so far is Christian Morrow. He has got some moves on him. He gets the football. He's not a big guy. He's not a huge guy, but you could tell he's really crafty. He gets to the outside. He's not afraid to mix it up as well.
5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of our 2-quarter set here. Toss again. This time it's Jaden Killings who gets the call. And he'll make it inside the 10-yard line, just inside the 10-yard line for a first down. And it looks like it'll probably be first and goal for Ragland.
Killings will get the credit for the run, but take a look at the downfield blocking here by Ragland's receivers along the outside. They free up just enough space for Killings to get through, picks up a big first down, and it looks like it'll be first and goal by the time we snap this ball.
Merritt with the gives to Killings. Cuts back against the grain and finds a little space to run, and he heads right into the end zone for our first touchdown of the Regional Gridiron Challenge.
Nice job there running by Jaden Killings, and that was really just a one-on-one effort. Takes it all the way in. As you take a look here at the replay, a bit of a bobbled snap to begin with. Good job recovering by Ragland's quarterback, and
a nice little hole to run through there as well.
For sure. Gets over the defenders and puts the first score up on the board here in the 2014 TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge.
Going for 2. And we're going to have flags on the play. There was some motion from the defensive side. We'll see if they were drawn off or if it was just offsides. Going to be offsides against Coosa Christian. Getting a little anxious there. So we'll move it half the distance to the goal line, and we'll have the point after try one more time, this time going for 2. Stoney Merritt at quarterback takes the snap. They give to Killings, and he takes it right up the middle end for the 2 points. And with 5:04 remaining in our first quarter, Ragland on the board first. They're up 8-0 over the Conquerors of Coosa Christian. We'll take a commercial break as you look at it again and be back in just a moment to JSU Stadium, Jacksonville State University.
For a unique and exciting shopping destination, visit historic downtown Gadsden. On your next visit downtown, be sure to stop in at King's Olive Oil Company and treat your taste buds to an incredible array of olive oils and vinegars from around the world. Then stop off for a tasty treat with Maggie's Gluten-Free Bakery, where you can choose from an amazing selection of breads, cookies, and other sweet and healthy treats. King's Olive Oil Company and Maggie's Gluten-Free Bakery, 2 truly unique and exciting destinations in downtown Gadsden.
We are celebrating all month long at Buster Miles Chevrolet during our 67th anniversary sale. And to celebrate, we are offering huge discounts on all new Chevys, like the new 2014 Chevy Silverado. Save over $7,500 off MSRP. Or the all-new 2014 Chevy Impala, only $25,660. So don't miss our 67th anniversary sale at Buster Miles Chevrolet at our original downtown location in Heflin for the difference worth driving since 1947.
And we're back for the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. As you can see, the rain's still falling here at Burgess Snow Field at JSU Stadium. And there is going to be a little rain back and forth off and on throughout the day today. But later in the afternoon, we're hoping things are going to really turn out very nice. Let's go down to the field with John Holder, and he's going to give us a little bit of a weather update. John, what's happening down there?
Well, Carl, the rain has picked up in intensity. And looking at the radar, we've got some heavier rain, unfortunately, that's coming. But the good news is that should only last for about 30 minutes, and then it's dry behind that. And, Carl, we were talking about Grapple a while ago. Will ice pellets falling with this cold core low going overhead? We've actually got that happening out there. Little ice pellets mixed in this morning with the rainfall.
Thank you, John, for the weather update from the sidelines there. And what a nice run there from Randy Washington from the Conquerors. A handoff, and Washington finds room to run, and he picks up a first down, gets into Purple Devil territory near the 48-yard line.
We saw him in the first series make a couple of runs, but that was probably the best run of the day so far. So Mr. Washington making sure that his name is known before the end of this TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge.
And they've moved him to a running back position. He started out as wide receiver and was coming in motion, taking a handoff occasionally, but now they've put him in as running back, moved him, and there he gets the call again. This time going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage for about a 2-yard loss.
Good job of gang tackling there by Ragland's defense, and you can tell just by the way he moves his legs that he's a very determined runner. Just has those natural instincts just to keep going, keep getting the ball forward. Just too many purple jerseys in front of him that time. Good job there by the Ragland defense, stuffing him for a loss.
Second down and about 12 and a half to go for Coosa Christian. Number 13, Grizzard at quarterback. Twins to either side, single man in the backfield with him. Rolling to the near side, looks for someone to throw to. Tries to dump it off short at midfield and overthrown just a little bit. That was Jason Mills, who was the intended receiver.
2nd and 11 was an obvious passing down, and Ragland's defense did a good job of covering the flats. Looked like they were in a zone there, covered the flats along the inside. They had a man wide open on the backside, but with all this rain, you don't know what that ball is going to do if you don't have complete control over it. So good job by Ragland's defense. We'll see if Coosa Christian goes back to that and telling the quarterback, hey, what's on the backside will be open.
3rd and about 12 to go. Twins to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Mills in motion, gets the handoff, and he'll gain a yard and a half back to the 50-yard line. That's still going to bring up a 4th down and about 11 situation for the Conquerors.
Just really conservative play there on 3rd down, running to the short side of the field with more defenders on that side, and looks like Coosa Christian looks like they'll go for it here on 4th down. I don't see any indication of a punt. And again, there is no live special teams during this game, so everything will be simulated. So if you punt, you declare it. They'll move the ball up 30 yards, and they'll play ball from there.
So the Conquerors going to go for it here. Wide out spread to either side. Grizzard looks to throw. Tried to get it off rather quickly there, and missed his intended receiver, who I think was Seth Swafford. Yes, 37, Seth Swafford, the intended receiver there. So Coosa Christian will turn the ball over on downs, and the Purple Devils will be back on offense right at midfield on the 50-yard line.
But if you're Coosa Christian, that's actually a pretty good drive that you put together there. You have to love what you saw out of Randy Washington on that one run. You didn't get inside the end zone like you wanted to, but there's a lot of good things to take away from that drive.
Merritt at quarterback, tossing to Christian Morrow. Morrow's going to get to near the 40-yard line. He won't quite make it for a first down, but he'll be real close to it.
I'll tell you what, one of the most impressive things about Ragland so far is their downfield blocking. It's not necessarily their offensive line, even though the offensive line is doing a great job, but it's the receivers that do such a great job of blocking there. Big number 18, Alex McClendon, with a nice block along the outside, as well as Tristan Turner, number 30.
Second down and less than a yard to go. They get that very easily there with another handoff to Morrow.
Looks like Ragland wants to hurry this thing up. All the coaches are telling him
less than
run it.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes in the quarter. So since they only get 2 quarters, you're going to treat this like hurry up, like toward the end of a game or going into a halftime. Merritt, the handoff to Tristan Turner. Turner, big kid, still on his feet, falling all the way into the 24-yard line. And that's enough for another first down.
We've heard time and time again coaches say what they want to come out of the spring is the attitude and the effort of their kids. Nothing says effort than this run here by Tristan Turner. Just barrels guys over 3 and 4 and 5 and keeps those legs turning. Picks up a big first down for Ragland.
Merritt with a toss to Morrow. He's going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage, and he will lose back to the 28-yard line. Tristan Turner initially got a pretty good block in there to give him a little running room, but the Coosa Christian defense had too many guys swarming to that side of the field.
Give them a lot of credit there. Everybody played their assignment. They played their lanes. They didn't let anybody get to the outside. They kept everybody in contained, suckered them back into the inside, and made them lose to 3 yards.
Second down and 13. Handoff to Morrow, goes right up the middle, and he'll get to the 20-yard line.
He just really sneaks his way in there. He's such a crafty runner. And the next thing you know, he's behind you, and 4 or 5 seconds later, he's got 3 or 4 yards. He has this sneaky way of getting yards. He always falls forward, which always helps you out as well. So great job of running there by Christian Morrow. Also Randy Washington of Christian, seeing a lot of good conquerors.
Taking the timeout with him. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, this is Vernon Thomas, General Manager, Sonny King Toyota in Scion. If you're looking for a used car, well, we got Chevrolet, used Toyota. She's looking at a used Nissan, Ford, Chrysler. We got whatever you want. And how about this? We got the financing. Bankruptcy, it don't matter. Got a little money down or no money down. Give us an opportunity, our secondary finance can get it done. Come see these and all the great deals on these Sonny King Toyota in Scion on a new motor mile in Oxford, Alabama, where the customer is king.
Bob, I think this will be the greatest game we have ever seen. What do you think?
2 teams, 2 incredible seasons, one fantastic showdown. Ted, I think this is going to be absolutely fantastic.
This will be the...
Mon ami.
Now, hey, you...
Got bug problems? Rice Pest Control has been on the job since 1956. Call Rice Pest Control today.
And we're back live at JSU Stadium, Jacksonville State University. The Purple Devils on the move. Handoff to Morrow. Now this is one of their go-to guys for sure. And he's going to pick up a first down inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him down at the 8. And Stoney Merritt's got several different guys he can choose to give the ball to. You got Morrow, Killings, and Turner. And so far, all 3 of them have turned out to be pretty good weapons for the offense.
Cannot go without naming off Jesse Korn. He'll get a pancake block there for his stat sheet. Big offensive tackle for the Ragland Purple Devils. A nice block.
And we have a flag on the field. It's going to be offsides against Coosa Christian. That's the second time that's happened for them in situations down. The other was the 2-point after the 2-point try. Merritt this time to give to Killings, and Killings pushes his way right on in for another Ragland touchdown.
Ragland's second touchdown and his second touchdown, and they were pretty much caught on similar plays, just coming basically right up the middle. It's a good shot here by our crew, and he just finds a little bit of a crease. It's all he needs. Falls forward, gets into the end zone, and gives Ragland a 2-score lead.
Inadvertent handful of face mask there you can see on that replay. Turner gets the call for the point after try, and he'll make it. So we had 2 more to the score for Ragland, and with 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Ragland leads 16-0 over the Conquerors of Coosa Christian. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment to JSU Stadium at Jacksonville State University for the Regional Gridiron Challenge.
Piper's Playhouse is a great place for your dog to stay while you're at work or away on vacation. The staff provides a safe, clean, and fun environment that promotes happier and healthier pets. In addition to boarding, grooming, and pet retail, Piper's Playhouse offers full grooming services by a professional with over 12 years' experience. They also offer half-price baths every Tuesday. For more information, check out pipersplayhouse.org or come by and visit. They're at Saks right off Highway 431.
Hi, my name is Reverend Jeffrey C. Williams, the owner and licensed funeral director of Anderson Funeral Services. At Anderson Funeral Services, we are compassionate and caring individuals committed providing quality and professional service at affordable prices. We are where service begins and never ends, and love is what love does.
Aniston Funeral Services offers affordable services to meet any need for all families. Aniston Funeral Services, 630 South Wilmer Avenue, where service begins and never ends.
The rain is still falling here at JSU Stadium. As you see, one of our camera guys there, that's right up under the Jumbotron scoreboard, covered up in a tarp so that he and his camera can stay dry as we return to action here. 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Coosa Christian on offense. Remember, our kicking game is not live today, so they put the ball at the 30-yard line. Handoff goes to Randy Washington. And Washington having to run side to side again and gets forced down at the 27-yard line to lose about 3 yards on the play.
Dylan Lively, a fantastic job there, really stretching that play to the outside. And Randy Washington has been one of the guys that's been really one of the eye poppers that have come out in this game so far. There's really been 3 guys that have carried the ball, Christian Morrow, as well as Jaden Killings and Randy Washington. There, a good job by Lively to tackle Killings in the background.
And that puts us at the halfway point of this game between Ragland and Coosa Christian. End of the first quarter of action here in the Regional Gridiron Challenge. We'll take the break and be back in a moment.
We're making a new Honda at Sunny King Honda more affordable than ever with low lease payments all month long. Lease the new 14 Accord LX for only $199 a month. Lease the all-new 14 Civic LX for only $159 a month. Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive for only $209 a month. We have a great selection of certified used Hondas, all with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Sunny King Honda, exit 188 off Interstate 20, where customer satisfaction is king.
At RMC, we know the birth of a baby can be a great moment in your life. With 2 hospitals in Northeast Alabama, RMC has great care right in your backyard. Our OB suites have the amenities that you deserve, and we have a level 2 special care nursery staffed 24/7. Our experienced OB physicians work hand in hand with our specially trained nurses. We have the only baby-friendly designated hospital in Alabama. It's not about the size of the nursery, it's about the quality of the care.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Tim Hodges, Don Hudson, J.D. Hess, and Rudy Abbott, asks that you take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, this is Vernon Thomas, General Manager, Sunny King Toyota in Scion. If you're looking for a used car, we got Chevrolet, used Toyota. She's looking at a used Nissan, Ford, Chrysler, we got whatever you want. And how about this? We got the financing. Bankruptcy, it don't matter. Got a little money down or no money down. Give us an opportunity, our secondary finance can get it done. Come see these and all the great deals on these Sonny King Toyota and Scion on a new motor mile in Oxford, Alabama, where the customer is king.
And we're bringing you back here live to the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. 16 teams, 8 games representing 10 different counties, and a full day of football. Now, every game today is only going to be 2 quarters, a half of football. We're starting off with Ragland and Coosa Christian. We're right in between the first 2 quarters of this game. We got Woodland and TCC coming up next, Wadley and Donahoe after that, Cleburne County and BB Comer a little later, Munford and Bibb County, Deschler and Centerpoint, Oxford and Florence, and the nightcap game will be Anniston and Glencoe. And I tell you, we are in for a full day of spring high school football like none other. The folks at AL.com did a nice article on this a few weeks ago for us and called it the granddaddy of all spring jamborees. Nobody has ever done anything like this, and thanks to Coach Felder at Donahoe and all of his hard work in organizing this and putting this thing together. 16 teams playing their spring game all together, one location, live on TV. Don't think it's ever been done anywhere before. As we get ready to begin the second quarter of action, everybody a little confused there. It looks like they weren't quite ready. The running back didn't move at all, and the quarterback for Ragland, Stoney Merritt, just decided to take it himself, and he's going to lose about a half a yard. It's like the intensity of the rain has picked up just a little bit, as John said it would. But once it gets out of the way, I think we're smooth sailing weather-wise for a little while. Merritt this time with a handoff to Christian Morrow. Morrow gets out to the 35-yard line, 6-yard gain on the play to make it 3rd down and 5.
Morrow's been one of the staples of this football team here in this spring jamboree. He and Killings, you figure they will get a lot of the workload as the Ragland Purple Devils start to make another run at the state championship. Last year, we mentioned earlier, they were one of the top 8 teams left in Class 1A, now looking to take that final push into the semifinals and the finals.
Merritt with the toss. Morrow loses the handle, but it bounces right back up in his hands. He reverses field and makes something positive out of it with a 4-yard gain out to the 39-yard line.
Way to make something out of nothing there by Christian Morrow. Let's take a look at the replay. The toss just goes right through his hands, bounces up like a basketball. He's able to pick it up. Good reflexes there, and breaks a couple of tackles and ends up making some positive yardage. And now, instead of a second and maybe a disastrous 8 or 9 after a good first down play, now you have a third and 8 and 9. You have now a very manageable 4th and 1.
Just shy of a first down for Ragland. Merritt this time with the give. Picks up the first down, and let's see who that was. That was Tristan Turner, the big fullback.
Nice run here. They've done this before earlier on in the game, and try to see where he got injured. Maybe just when he took that shot along the side. You hope he's okay. That's the #1 thing that every coach wants to get away from in spring football. The #1 thing on their list, if they can, there's no way they can control it, but if they could, is to be injury free.
Handoff this time goes to Kobe Fuller, it looks like. He'll get across midfield to the Conquerors' 49-yard line.
Both teams have really put together a lot of great drives here. They've used a lot of running plays, different style of running plays, some to the inside, some to the outside. I don't even know if there has been a completed pass as of yet this game.
I don't think so. Killings gets the call this time. He's going to be really close to picking up that first down at the 44-yard line.
Killings a really good athlete for this football team, and you see them wiping off, I'm not sure if that's blood or those little rubber pellets that come off the JSU turf there.
Yeah, the turf here is made up of teeny tiny little rubber pellets that simulates the dirt under the grass, and it feels just like you're playing on real grass and real dirt. But those little pellets can be a little bit of a hindrance. They get in your shoes. They when they're wet and rainy like this, you see them coming up. They're all over their arms. And we're going to be just shy of that first down by only a couple of inches. But a great opportunity for these kids to play on this kind of a field in this kind of an atmosphere. As John mentioned earlier in the pregame, you could see the look on people's faces when they would walk into the stadium. They'd never been here before, right, and how their eyes would get big and they were looking around. A very nice stadium, as we talked about yesterday, especially when the sun's shining. In the rain, it's still a nice place to play football, but when the sun's shining and you can see the mountains in the background, it's an incredible place to come watch a football game, especially from our vantage point 6 floors up in the press box here at Stadium Tower. Toss to Killings. He's going to have a lot of running room. And he's going to get inside the 25-yard line to the 23-yard line. And Keith Darden finally got a hold of that jersey to slow him down a little bit.
Impressive run there by Killings as he gets along to the outside and really does a lot of this himself. Breaks one tackle there and breaks another tackle here, and then watch this stiff arm coming across the middle. And Coosa Christians get him able to hold on just long enough for a couple of friends to come over and get him down, but it's a nice piece of running there by Jason Killings.
A little trouble on the snap there, picked up by Morrow. And he's going to lose back to the 35-yard line. Nice little shower happening out there right now. That might have something to do with that snap being a little bit errant, but conditions you're going to have to play in the fall as well. It could be rainy, it could be cold. No, by the end of the season it's going to be cold, and so good opportunity. You're practicing situations, you're practicing new plays, new calls. Might as well practice in weather conditions as well.
Exactly.
Married with the give to Morrow. Morrow's still on his feet. He'll power his way to the 15-yard line. That will be a first down for the Ragland Purple Devils.
We don't have any official stats up here, but I guarantee you he has to be well over 100 yards by now. Christian Morrow is having an absolute game, and take a look at that big run here by number 4. He and Jason Killings have just done a great job of running the football for this Ragland team. We talked about it earlier. They haven't completed a pass, and they haven't really needed to complete a pass with the kind of running they've had so far, and a lot of great downfield blocking by their receivers as well.
And we'll have flags come out before the ball can be snapped. Illegal motion going to be called against Ragland. So that backs the ball up to the 20-yard line and makes it first down and 15 for the Purple Devils. Hand off to Kobe Fuller. Fuller gets into the 10-yard line. 10-yard gain on the play to make it second down and 5. You know, Gerhard, we're seeing a lot today, the same as we saw yesterday. Wide spread out offenses, but not a lot of throwing the ball around.
Right.
Still, they're spreading everybody out by putting those wide receivers out there with the threat of a throw. And then they're using that threat to make room to run.
I think Gus Malzahn and that Auburn offense really highlighted that last year. You can run out of a spread formation, be one of the best running teams in the country. As Ragland now takes it one more time to the end zone. Once again, it's Killings. His third touchdown of the day, give him the old hockey hat trick. But you talked about it earlier, how teams spread you out and then run the football. And what it really comes down to is still one-on-one concepts. It's still one-on-one blocking along the outside. And what you're trying to get your do is your ball carrier to make one guy miss. You make one guy miss, well, then you have the field wide open. And Jason Killings have done a really good job of making a lot of guys miss over the course of today's game. And he struts in for his third touchdown of the day and gives Ragland a 22-0 lead as they go for 2 here.
Barrett in the shotgun. He's going to go to Killings. And he takes it right on in for the 2 points. So with 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter and second and final quarter of action for this particular game, 24-0 is the score. Ragland over Coosa Christian. We'll be back in a moment with the Regional Gridiron Challenge.
Ever have to unfriend someone on Facebook? No hard feelings or anything, but it was just time to move on. I want to help you unfriend your old car today and give you something to tweet about. Hey, this is Randy Visser from Talladega Ford with the deal everyone will like. Unfriend your old car today by trading it into us, and we'll give you $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for it. Now that's a deal worth sharing. Still making payments on a car you hate? Trade it in even if you owe way too much on it and get in a nicer, newer car with little or even zero money down. Come see us and start taking your selfies in a nicer, newer car today.
For an affordable private Christian education, choose Coosa Christian School in Gadsden. Coosa Christian offers a Bible-based biblical worldview curriculum for a solid spiritual foundation while also providing the highest standards in academics, activities, and athletics. Coosa Christian can accommodate your child from daycare through the 12th grade, with 90% of our graduates going to college and 63% of them receiving scholarships. Plus, our 9 athletic programs compete in the Alabama High School Athletic Association. For more information, call our office or visit online.
Well, there you see some of the crowd who didn't bring their rain covers today. Soaking wet here in the stadium as we have had rain since pretty much the beginning of this game this morning. But according to John Holder, the rain's not going to hang with us very long, and the sky has actually lightened up a little bit over the last few minutes. So maybe that's a good indication as Coosa Christian goes back on offense. Jace Mills. Jace Mills in at quarterback there with a handoff to Marcus Strickland.
Nice piece of running there by Coosa Christian. Coosa Christian throughout the day, they've put up a lot of good drives, and let's see if they can put another one in. And at this point, you don't want to play the scoreboard. You don't want to start getting desperate in order to win the game. You still want to be able to execute your offense because that's the stuff that you'll be using in the season.
Jace Mills in the shotgun. Handoff goes to Strickland. Gets to the far side and not going to pick up anything. Maybe a yard pickup on that play. Out to the 31-yard line to bring up second down and 9 for the Conquerors.
That's a smart football player right there. I got advisor for today's game. I don't know if he actually planned that out, but make sure he didn't get any rain in his face mask.
Check that as 3rd and 9 on the field. Mills going to take it on the run himself. Flag comes in on the play. Mills is going to get out to the 41-yard line. It's enough for a first down, but we'll have to see what the call is going to be on that flag.
Yeah, it came from the backside too, and if it's any indication, it might be an illegal block or maybe a block in the back on Coosa Christian. They are calling the Ragland captain, so this will be a holding call on Coosa Christian. And it's unfortunate because the way in which the flag was thrown and the direction it was thrown was on the backside of the play, so it had no bearing on the run itself. And so it wasn't like one of those holds that sprang the long run. It was one that was on the backside, and you know the Coosa Christian coaches will evaluate that play, evaluate all of those situations where they make a mistake after a good play, and they'll talk about how many yards that they let go by the wayside.
We'll back it up 10 yards from the end of the play on that one, and repeat 3rd down, 3rd and 9 again for the Conquerors.
So at this point of the game, you'll start to see some of the reserves come in, some of the guys that'll probably play on the JV roster looking to earn their spots to play on Friday night.
Long in motion. Mills Bootlegged to the right side. He's got some running room once again. Picks back up the 10 yards and a little bit more this time as he goes to the 44-yard line to pick up a first down for Coosa Christian.
Look at this tough quarterback play here by Jace Mills. He's listed as a wide receiver. That's where he played at the beginning of the game. Watch this tough run. Just lowers that shoulder. And that is a big boy that he did it against as well. So a fantastic piece of running makes this a 3rd and 10. So now your regular 3rd and 10 plays are at work here outside of your 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16 plays, which don't exist for most coaches.
Well, you got 1st and 10 here. The guy with the marker.
The box did not change. Okay.
Didn't change the marker. So 1st and 10 for the Conquerors. Hand off to Baylor Long. And there we see John Holder throwing out T-shirts again. As always, Pigskin Roundup popular for our Pigskin Roundup T-shirts. And we've got T-shirts again for you this weekend for the crowd in the stands.
Those are presented by Dr. Clinton Ray. He and his team do a fine job. Also over there by Awards to Remember, they do a fine job as well. They have the touchdown T-shirts for us every week on the Pigskin Roundup. And they are certainly a hot commodity with the fans.
2nd down and about 14 to go for the Conquerors. Mills fakes the handoff. He keeps it for himself. He'll gain about 3 to the 42-yard line.
Mills on the carry, stopped by Jacob.
Baylor Long was in motion, and they faked the handoff as Long was coming across. Mills kept it for himself. Third and 11 for the Conquerors. Mills with the give to Marcus Strickland. Strickland gets across the 45-yard line to the 46. That'll make it 4th down and 8 yards to go for Coosa Christian.
We will see what they do here. Looks like they will go for it on 4th and 8. Down by 24. We'll see what they can put together. Looks like Ragland's got some substitutes in the game on the defensive side.
Well, you can see it on camera, but the rain is starting to trickle off, and the skies are lightening up a little bit brighter than it's been since we got here this morning. 4th down, going for it on the 4th down, the Conquerors. Mills looking to throw. Almost has our first complete pass of the day. The intended receiver was Baylor Long, and I think Seth Welber may have gotten a hand on it. Was that tipped?
It looks like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and he had Dawson Ashley all the way downfield, and Ashley was wide open. But let's take a look here at those skies. It is clearing up here at JSU.
We'll take a break. You'll be back in just a moment in 2nd quarter action. Ragland leads 24-0 over the Conquerors of Coosa Christian.
When it comes to the financing of your home, experience counts. At Jackson Mortgage Company, put that experience to work for you. There's a reason homeowners across East Alabama have chosen Jackson Mortgage Company since 1994. Jackson Mortgage Company is a full-service mortgage company offering VA, FHA, and conventional financing with competitive rates. Let Jackson Mortgage Company put their experience to work for you. And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
Power comes from people. People who provide more than just electricity. People who are committed to strengthening our communities. People who help foster economic growth to create jobs. People who are devoted to making a difference in our state and in the lives of those who live here. Alabama Power. Power to Alabama.
The TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge is being brought to you by the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce. Calhoun County, a natural attraction. You can learn more by going online at visitcalhouncounty.com. Proud to have them part of the Regional Gridiron Challenge, as we are all of our sponsors for the Regional Gridiron Challenge. As we said, 16 teams playing 8 football games representing 10 different counties, all in one day, all live on TV, and all here at Jacksonville State University. As we've got Ragland and Coosa Christian on the field right now, and Ragland on offense. Noah Hollingsworth in a quarterback down. He hands off to Kobe Fuller, and Fuller picks up the first down inside the 35-yard line.
You see Noah Hollingsworth on defense. He was a corner, played a little bit of defensive back, a little bit of safety early on in the game, and now getting a shot at running back. Almost lost that football. Good job of holding it on there with the second hand. Good job of defense there also by Coosa Christian's Marcus Strickland, able to hold on to that football and pick up the first down.
Hollingsworth with the give to Dylan Lively. Have a flag come in on the play, and Lively is going to get to the 29-yard line. Probably going to be a hold, I would bet.
99.9% of the time when that umpire throws it, especially right there in that direction, it will be a hold on the offense.
And that is the call. Remember, as part of our format here for the Regional Gridiron Challenge, we'll play each game will be 2 quarters in length, 2 15-minute quarters. And the game coming up next will feature Woodland and TCC. And that will start about 10 minutes after this game ends. We'll give the teams about 10 minutes of warm-up time, and then we'll go right in to the next game. John Holder and Mickey Shadricks will have the call from the booth, and Gerhardt will move down to the sidelines for that game. Hollingsworth with the give to Fuller. Another flag coming in, and Fuller makes it to about the 37-yard line.
After some relatively clean football to begin with, flags here on 2 out of the last 3 plays. Not what you want to see if you are a coach, but it's one of those where you are expected to see a whole lot more flags, especially early on in the spring. So pretty good job overall with some clean football. But these are some teaching moments right here as Ragland continues to shoot themselves in the foot.
Absolutely. We've got, at this point in the game, you've got your second, sometimes even your third string of reserves in, getting them some playing time and getting to go pad to pad against some opponents, as opposed to, as we've talked about, against your teammates on the practice field. Hollingsworth in the shotgun. Toss to Fuller. Fuller finds some running room, changes direction on the field, and wide open. And what a nice takedown there by the Conquerors, number 2, Dawson Ashley, to catch up to that play and make a nice tackle at the 15-yard line.
Not after a huge run here by Fuller. Just take a look at the blocking along the inside. Cuts it all the way back, reverses his field. Good job there by laying a block by Jalen Byers, number 21 for Ragland. But this is a nice piece of running here by Fuller. But you mentioned at the end, this is a lot of collision. Good job on defense, also good job on offense, keeping each other low. Whoa, it takes him off his feet. That's one of those hits that draws the.
You saw that one on the Jumbotron on the video scoreboard, and you heard the crowd react to seeing that again. Hollingsworth, this time the handoff goes to Dylan Lively. Lively will turn it into about a 1-yard gain just inside the 15-yard line.
Another one of the good things about these spring games, especially with the 1A schools, is you get to try different players at different positions in the same game, because a lot of these guys, as you said, they run both ways. But, one guy might be better suited as a corner rather than a safety. One guy may be better suited as a running back rather than a tight end or a fullback or a tailback or another position. So this is a good chance to really plug guys in at different positions, really evaluate them in different spots, see where they can help you out best in the fall.
Hollingsworth again with the give. Looks like Cody Fuller on the carry again this time. Pushing his way to the 10-yard line. About a 4-yard gain on the play.
And for both teams, this one will not necessarily be about the scoreboard. Ragland will, of course, be excited about this win that they've got, and they'll take that and they'll build upon it. But by and large, what they want to do is come out and execute, and be able to run the main core of the plays that they'll be running in the fall. And Coosa Christian will want to see how they fare against a top-tier opponent, an opponent that's in the upper echelon of Class 1A.
Hollingsworth takes the snap, has a little trouble with it, pulls it down, keeps it himself. Powers forward to about the 1.5-yard line. That's going to pick up a first down, and it'll be first and goal for the Purple Devils inside the 2-yard line.
Noah Killingsworth is another one of those guys that started as a cornerback in this game. Now trying him out with the ball in his hands on the offensive side. That's exactly what you have to do when you're in these positions. A lot of times in these schools, you have to use a lot of versatility, and you have to give these guys a lot of credit because you have to understand a lot more. You have to be able to process a lot more. When the new terminology comes in, it's a different position. You got to know your assignment.
Hollingsworth with the give to Fuller. And he will be denied at the goal line. He'll make it to the 1-yard line and stop right there. You know, it's going to be an interesting summer for Coosa Christian, having, as we mentioned just a few weeks ago, lost their coach, and a new coach just hired in the last couple of days. So they went through spring with Coach Norton at the helm, kind of just basically going through the motions, keeping things together, because they knew they were going to have a new coach, and so now they're going to have to spend the summer learning something new. So they'll probably have a completely different look by the time fall comes around. But I do think they've got a good foundation to build on from what we've seen today as Kobe Fuller falls in for another Ragland touchdown there. But from what we've seen from the Conquerors today, there's some good foundation for Coach Truart to build on when he gets in town.
He's got to love what he's seen so far out of Randy Washington, as well as Dawson Ashley, definitely out of Marcus Strickland, Jace Mills, and Johnny Grizzard, the quarterback that started at the beginning of this game. So a lot to build on. But as you said, there's a lot of little things, a lot of particulars, a lot of fundamentals, and a lot of terminology that will be new to the playbook here for the Coosa Christian Conquerors.
Looks like we may have had a busted play there, and the 2-point conversion is going to be no good for Ragland. So with 1.5 minutes remaining in this contest, it's 30-0 with Ragland taking the lead over Coosa Christian. We'll be back in a moment.
The physical therapists and athletic trainers at Dr. Clinton Ray Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy are dedicated to bringing the patients of Northeast Alabama the most advanced therapy treatments available to return you to your active lifestyle. Dr. Clinton Ray and Dr. Jeffrey Lawler are both committed to providing excellent surgical care of your orthopedic needs. The doctors and therapy staff have the desire and experience to treat you like a world-class athlete, but with a personal touch.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Tim Hodges, Don Hudson, J.D. Hess, and Rudy Abbott, asks that you take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
The sun has finally decided to make an appearance here at Burgess Snowfield at JSU Stadium. And the rain has moved on out of the way. A little sunshine happening. 1.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter of action here. The Regional Gridiron Challenge. And there is, I think that's the Woodland team getting ready to make their entrance into the field for the next game. It'll be Woodland and TCC playing the next game for you. In the meantime, this game is being brought to you by RMC, Coosa Christian School, Alabama Power, and Superior Hyundai. Now, no kicking game in the Regional Gridiron Challenge here, so we'll put the ball on the 30-yard line for Coosa Christian. Jace Mills still a quarterback. Looks like he gave to Marcus Strickland.
And I'm pretty sure you're at home. You can now see the sunshine coming through. So John's weather forecast holding up just perfectly. He said it'll rain, and rain got a little bit harder. He said the skies would clear up, and that should be the last of the wet stuff that we see. We'll knock on wood over here.
Absolutely. Let's hope so. Now my eyes having to adjust to having to look through the sunshine now. Having to read the numbers again. Jace Mills with the give to Strickland. Strickland going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not much more than that. They may give him about a half of a yard of gain there. That'll bring up 3rd down and still basically 9.5 to go.
It's a good time of evaluation when you're down and facing some adversity for Coosa Christian, who will step up and still continue to make plays after play, and who are the ones that will not. The coaches will find out here over the next 15 seconds. They have over the last about 2 or 3 minutes.
A little miscue on the snap there, but quickly covered by Marcus Strickland. And that's going to wrap it up for the first game of the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. First game is now under our belts. We've got 7 more to go throughout the rest of the day today. And what a great way to start off the challenge. A couple of 1A teams, Coosa Christian and Ragland. Great to see these teams out there on the field. I know how excited these kids were talking to the players and the coaches and some of the parents from Coosa Christian for the last couple of weeks. They were just beside themselves with the opportunity to come play at JSU Stadium, play on TV. And there you can see as the sun is coming up, creating a little bit of mist and a haze on the field a little bit as the sun burning the moisture off of the field.
Both these teams will go back to their regular off-season practices and the passing camps and whatnot. So we'll see how they all handle that, and we'll see them again in the fall.
And looks like our player of the game for today is going to be that guy right there for Ragland, number 10, Jaden Killings. Responsible for, how many touchdowns there, Gerhard? 3 or 4 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion.
ERA King Real Estate Player of the Game as you look at the replays of some of his runs and some of his touchdowns on the day today.
Just a phenomenal effort there by Jaden Killings. Takes it along the inside, goes to the outside as well. Tough running. 3 touchdowns on the day and a 2-point conversion, 3 of the 4 Ragland touchdowns. Great play. Congratulations, Jaden Killings.
Good job, Jaden Killings, and congratulations to both teams. Ragland Purple Devils and the Coosa Christian Conquerors. The TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge will continue in just a moment. Stay with us.